I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bold myself when you come and fuck me. I feel so ordinary, except when you around me. Treat me like water while you wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about you.
I have officially been in Texas for 1 year. And if y'all know me by now, y'all know I am very emotional. It's happy, sad feeling at the same time. You know, I was laying in bed this morning and I was so hard on myself. I'm like, I don't feel like I'm doing enough. I don't feel like I'm as far along as I want to be. So I was just laying in bed this morning and I began to reflect on everything. And I'm like, you know, Chris, you've really fought to get here. And giving up would have been so much easier. It would have been so much easier to give up. Oh, and I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. It would have been so much easier to just give up. The hardest part is to get up and keep going. Through anything in life, I have learned that it's hard to persevere. When I came to Texas, I was in denial. I was very depressed. I had just lost my sister in December. And I came here. I came here in April. I was working for $7. And I was working for $7 on a part-time job. So, oh my God, it was hard. I was staying with family. And, you know, I kept putting myself in situations, because I did. I kept putting myself in situations, and instead of dealing with my problems, I was just trying to mask my pain. I didn't want to accept the fact that I was depressed. And, you know, I was just going with the flow. I'm like, you know, it'll get better eventually. Working, I don't know if y'all know, but working part-time, and when I say part-time, I want y'all to understand that I was working literally 3 hours for $7. I prayed so hard. I'm like, God, please put me where I need to be. If this is where I need to be, if I need to stand still right here, I'll do it. That was my prayer. And, woo, y'all, it was so hard. It was so hard after my car broke down. It was so hard. Because, you know, I be wearing my smile. I be wearing my smile because the dark days be so dark. When my car broke down the first time, I didn't know what I was going to do. I was scared. But it didn't feel like, I'm like, God did not get me here just for me to pack it all up and go back home. I don't feel like God would have let me fall on my face a long time ago if it was meant for me to be back in that place. Okay, so I said that, and then I went and I prayed about it. I said, you know what? Let me just make sure that I'm not being prideful. I'm not thinking about what I want. I went and prayed and I said, God, if I'm not supposed to be here, take it all away. Take the job away. Take the help away. Just remove everything so I can see clearly what it is I'm supposed to be doing. I got another job offer. I swear I do not remember even applying for this job, but it happened. Consistency will get you so far. I wanted to go back home so bad because my child got sick. And I was like, I don't know what to do. I was so torn. Because I didn't have no way to even get back home. I'm telling y'all, I was making $7 working just 3 hours. So I really ain't have a whole lot of money to even get home. When I started the second job, working for the state, my very first day, my car broke down. And I could not believe it. Because she didn't make me stay the whole day. I did like a half a day at work, and then I went back out to my car. And I remember praying the whole way back to my car. I'm like, ooh, Penelope, please crank. Penelope, please crank. Because I just had this feeling. And on the way to the job, I'm praying like, God, if you just get me there. If you just get me there, I will somehow figure out how to get back and forth every day. Because I was going from Humble to Conroe every day. Because I lived in Humble. I was staying with my dad. And I had to work in Conroe. So that's like 40 minutes on a toll road. So I'm leaving work and I get to my car and Penelope go choo 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 choo. So I sit back. I take a deep breath and I cry. And I said, thank you, Lord, for at least getting me here. My car sat in that parking lot for 3 days. No, I think I left it there all week. I left it there for a week because I did not know what to do. I prayed every day and I said, God, you know, this neighborhood look a little shady, so Lord, please protect Penelope. Do not let nobody steal my tires, steal, you know, anything out the car, because the car had died. I couldn't even lock the doors on the car. I was literally holding on. I'm like, so with the state, I get paid at the first of the month. When I started, it was the end of the month, meaning that my first check was going to be like $200, which I spent mostly in Uber. I'm telling y'all, it wasn't nothing but God that got me back and forth every day from Humble to Conroe. I had to get up every morning 4 to 5 o'clock. Wait for an Uber because it's cheaper in the morning. I will get to work every morning in Conroe by 7 o'clock. My manager was like, why are you here so early? We don't have to be here till 8. Really, most of them start rolling in at 9. And I was like, oh, you know, I'm coming from Humble. I didn't want to tell her that my car broke down in the parking lot. But I got Penelope to the shop. And they told me they fixed the car. Whoa. I was so excited. On the way to me going to the dealership, they called me right back and they said, hey, Chris, I'm sorry. The car broke down again. So by the time I walk in the door, I start crying. Y'all, don't mistake the tears for weakness. Because it's just something that be in me. I just got to let it out. That's my process. I need to cry, and then I'll be like, okay, what we gonna do? Because I can't just sit there like that. I can't just sit there in it. Because it'll consume you if you don't first let it out. And then if you stay in it, then it'll consume you. So I started crying. I'm like, okay. I think his name was Bill. It was something with a B. I'm real bad. No. So I'm going to say Bill. So I'm looking at him. I start crying at the counter, at the service counter. And then I said, okay, Bill, what are my options? He said, you can leave it here at the shop. We can order the part that you need. We're going to figure this out. Or you could take it back home and then you'll have to have it towed somewhere else. It cost me $200 to get it towed there. So I said, no, I'm going to just leave it here and, you know, we can order the part. I asked him how much the part was. He said $1,400. That's with the part and the labor. I said, okay. I knew it was going to be expensive because I'm at a dealership for Volkswagen. So I'm like, all right. Do I have to pay that up front? Because that's all I needed to know, if I had to pay that up front. He said no. I was like, celebrate good times. Come on, because I'm going to have to pay my car away. Ooh, ooh. No, I'm just playing. But, whew, my car's still in the shop. But it's okay. You know, God be working it out. God be working it out. I somehow managed to save enough money to move closer to my job in here in Conroe. So, y'all, my first day here, when they let you come and inspect your apartment, when she gave me them keys, y'all, I came and I sat in here on the floor. Just like I'm sitting right now. I came and I sat in this room. And I didn't even turn the lights on. I was sitting in the dark. And I tell you, I cried so hard because I was so thankful for being able to get here, being able it meant so much to me to have this. And you provide for the birds in the sky, for the lilies, for the bees. Surely God is out here providing for me. Little old me. I sat here on this floor. I sat here and I cried and I gave thanks to God because I definitely had people in my ear saying, you know, give up. Everything is against you. Give up. But when God gives you something, and I'm not trying to be spiritual, but literally, when you are given something that is so plainly visualized, it ain't for nothing. It is not for nothing. Everything that I've wanted, I have had to work to get. So I said, okay. And that's partially because I'm hard-headed. I'm so hard-headed. Just trying to go take a shortcut, do it this way, do it that way, instead of going the sure straight on path. I wanted to take shortcuts, go up the mountains, and it might look like a shortcut, but really it's just detouring me off where I need to be in life. So now I'm here in Conroe a year later, and I just want to tell you guys, never give up on yourself. Always bet on black. Always bet on yourself. Double down. Y'all got me spitting. Double down on yourself, as a matter of fact, because, you know, like I said, I was laying in bed this morning, and I'm like, dang, girl, you really been out here working 2 jobs. 2 jobs, man, and I'm spoiled. I ain't never had to work this hard in my goddamn life. Shit. I'm like, I'll tell you, I done called my granddaddy, because that's who spoiled me. I done called my granddaddy a few times and just like, man, you know, when your lip just start quivering, that's how you know you're going through it. Ooh, y'all, I could tell y'all some stories. Over this last year, I have been through so much. But I'm still here. The most amazing part about it is I'm still here. And I grew through every experience. It's been a lonely, lonely journey. I have been in a season of isolation, and no matter how hard I have tried to not be in that season alone, oh, you better believe that God has moved everything up out the way. One thing, and it's still so funny to me to this day, I used to pray for perseverance. And for those of you that don't know, let me give you the official definition for it. Perseverance in doing something despite difficulty or delay in achieving success. That was my prayer before moving, even moving to Texas. Even before I knew I wanted to move to Texas, that was my prayer for perseverance and patience. And if we know how God works, he don't just grant it. Like if I was to pray right now for $1 million, it's not, I mean, it's not saying that it won't ever happen that way, because Lord, I still want to win the lotto numbers. But I'm saying that $1 million is not, it's probably not going to fall out the sky the way I'm imagining it. But he puts me in a situation where I can learn how to make $1 million. That's usually how it works for me, I'll say. So, when I prayed for perseverance, God put me in a situation where I was going to have to learn to push, to keep going, to never give up. And then, we ain't even, the patience part, that's something I had been praying on that for years. And I didn't think I had it. I totally did not think I had it. Some things, it take me a couple of spins. I have to go through that spin cycle a few times before it really just stick in, because I don't know. It's like I don't get it until I get it. So I'm sure there will be a lot more lessons that I gotta learn. But I will go through it with my head held high and a smile on my face. But truthfully, y'all, for real, life is lifing right now. Life gonna continue to life. You just got to get up every day and make the best of it. You never know what you're going to face. You never know what you're going to face in your day-to-day. But, you know, give yourself grace. Give yourself that pat on the back. If you need to have a moment, have a moment. I just had a moment last Tuesday. I went to work Tuesday. And I thought I was okay. I thought I was okay. But I broke down crying at my cubicle. And I needed to give myself that moment to let that out. And then to keep going. Because if you don't allow yourself to let it out, the worst thing I ever tried to do was keep things in. That's when all the pieces started falling like dominoes, like Jenga pieces everywhere. Y'all, this is level, what month is this? May. This is level 5 of Jumanji. Buckle up. It's time to get with the program. We already know where we at with it. This is level 5 of Jumanji. I'm not playing. We gonna have some bad days, but we look forward to the good ones. You know, like I try not to, Monday. Woo, Friday. It's every morning I get up, I say, Lord, I'm thankful for you allowing me to draw breath. You know? Because that's how you have to be. Don't complain. That's something my mom used to hate when me and my sister do. We would complain about the weather. We would complain about everything. And she would say, learn to be content. In any situation that you're in, learn to be content. Because God don't like people that complain. That's what she would tell us. And that has always stuck with me. So now I try not to complain. Y'all just continue to show up for yourself. That is something that I'm still learning to do. It's a day-to-day thing, and it's okay. Some days are going to be better than others, but you show up regardless. You show up and you fight the good fight. This journey has been one. It like every time I think about it, it light a fire up under me because I'm like, ooh, I'm excited. I'm honestly excited for what's next. And I'm scared, but I'm excited because I'm like, it's a blessing. Through each door that I'm walking through, it's a blessing. It's a blessing because I know what I want. So now it's like God heard you. Walk into it. Right? Y'all. I've been watching these pottery videos, and you won't believe how many times they have to start over to make and mold the perfect. And it be sometimes I be looking at the videos like, why did you do that? It was perfect. It was not crafted the way it needed to be crafted. Right? I look at myself constantly on that pottery wheel, being crafted, being molded over and over and over and over and over again. Whether it's a new skill, whether it's a new book, whether if it's, you know, me examining myself, I'm constantly on that pottery wheel. Because I know, like I said, I want to be that great mother. I want to be that great wife. I want to be that great friend. I want to be a great businesswoman. I want to be immaculate in everything that I do. This year has made me hunger for success. Like, at first I was like, ooh, I just want to be stable. That's all I want. I'm good with just having my light bill paid. I'm good with just having food in the fridge. I just want to be comfortable. And I realized a year later that comfortable is not enough. Because once you get there, it's just like flatlining. You stay there. I want to go higher and higher and higher and higher. I love a challenge. I say that at work all the time. I love a challenge. Give me something to do that I don't know how to do. Right now at work, I got this new task that's gotten me wanting to pull my hair out. But I'm enjoying the challenge. I'm like, okay. Okay. Woo! So that's how I feel. I'm going into every situation, with my love life, with my work life, with my friendships, with this apartment. Constantly put yourself on that wheel and get remade, get remolded. Work, 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 work. Look within and ask yourself, what can I do better today than I did yesterday? Because I'm not saying I'm a great person, because by no means am I a great person. I've made plenty of mistakes. I've done lots of wrongs. Even wrongs that I knew were wrongs that I just wanted to do. I have done plenty of wrong. So I don't ever want nobody to think I'm just on here trying to be no goody two shoes. No. I say the stuff that I say because, look, it's even worse when you do wrong and you know you're doing wrong, because you're going to get ate up. You going to be ate up by life. So it's better to just do the right thing, dog. So, like, honestly, that's what I've been doing every day. What can I do better today than that? You know, I want to be a better person today than I was yesterday. Yesterday was yesterday. I'm putting it behind me. Not saying I'm trying to run away from anything, but I can't change what happened yesterday. I can only be a better person today than I was yesterday. So we got to take the lesson, a little lesson in everything that we do. Take the lesson, keep going, do better. You feel me? I love y'all. I just wanted to come on here and show y'all that I'm still fighting. I'm still going. Never give up on yourself. Every single day, show up for yourself. Show up. Show up. That's half of the job right there, just showing up. And I don't mean dragging it in. No, you come in with your head high. You know, it's been plenty of days I sat at my desk at work, defeated. I was defeated, but I didn't sit in it. I put on my gospel music. I got in my little worship. I like worship music. My praise is cool, but I live in worship mode. I have to, sometimes you just got to do that. You got to get in your closet. Even if you ain't home. Sometimes when you're at the grocery store, you got to get in that mode. Whenever you need to get in that mode, it's important to know how to get in that mode. Sometimes it be at work for me. I got to get in there and turn on that worship music and get it together. Because we can't stay here like this. You got to know what you're trying to get to. Get to that finish line, right? Get there. Show up every single day. If you know there's something that you want, you got to get up every single day and boom, 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 boom. Do it. Do it. When you don't feel like doing it. Don't half-ass it. Get up. Get up and do what you need to do. You saying you don't make enough money. Get another job if you got to. I did. Now I'm tired. You know, you see the circles? Your girl tired. But it's okay, because I know that the work that I'm putting in right now is not, it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off after a while. Hopefully, I ain't got to work again one of these good old days. Work for somebody else anyways. You know? I'm putting in the work now to reap the benefits. If not for myself, for my kids. I want that. I want them to be set in life. You know, it's not just about me. It's about the ones that come behind me that I'm really scared about. Because, you know, I'm 26. I've lived a good portion of my life. I'm still really young saying that. I be talking like I'm 80. It's that old soul, that old lady in me coming out. But no, for real. Show up for yourself every single day. Every single day. It's okay to be depressed. If you're depressed, say it. I'm depressed. But ask yourself, what are we going to do about it? How are we going to get through this? Do that. Make a plan. Write it down. Y'all would not believe how many notebooks I have gone through journaling. Because as bad as I would love to talk to somebody else about my problems, that is not always the best thing to do. Because people like to say, oh, you're the victim. You think you're innocent. This and that and that. People misunderstand you. And they take your pain and they twist it. They take the knife and they twist it. God said it himself, trust no man. Put your trust in him. So, y'all, get a journal. Write your plan down. Figure it out. Work. The best advice I can give you is to never give up. Never give up. I am sitting here as living proof that when you put in the work, you will get where you need to be. Put in the work. Put it in. Don't matter that you don't see it happening. Show up every day with a plan to show out. Show up every single day for yourself. Because you love yourself, right? You love yourself. You take care of yourself. Do it for you. And I promise you, even if it take a year, like it took me, I wanted this to be like a 3 to 6 month journey. It took me a year to get on my feet. And I'm still not completely where I want to be because I really want a car. But it took me that time, and I'm appreciative because it made me value every little piece of, it made me value this carpet, the walls, the roof, this bed, the refrigerator with yogurt in it and water, lemon water. It made me appreciate all of that. The cucumbers, the carrots in there. I appreciate every dish that is in that cabinet, every spoon, fork, knife. I appreciate that because I worked hard for that. I did that by showing up for myself. I did that by never giving up. I did that for pushing myself. Keep pushing. You'll be surprised where you can get. I love y'all. Continue to be great. I try not to be long-winded, but you know, I just got on here and it really came up out of me. I love y'all. Be great. Mwah.